Alright, India is in complete control after day one of their one-off test against Afghanistan. Shubman Gill and Rahul both hit brilliant centuries as India wrapped up the day on a formidable 368 for 3 in Mullanpur. India won the toss and, no surprise, chose to bat first on what looks like a really flat pitch at the Maharaja Yadavendra Singh International Cricket Stadium. Shubman Gill, leading India for the very first time as test captain, really started building things up nicely for them. He brought up his century, finishing unbeaten on 103 off just 143 balls, including 11 fours and a maximum. It was a really patient and precise knock from him. Down the other end, Rahul played one of his typically elegant knocks, getting to exactly 100 off 165 balls, hitting 11 fours, before he eventually fell. By the close of play on day one, India were sitting comfortably at 368 for 3 after 85 overs, thanks to Gill and Rishabh Pant putting on an unbeaten stand for the fourth wicket. Pant, meanwhile, just came in and smashed 20 runs off just 11 balls, including 4 fours, at a blistering strike rate of 181.82. Yeah, the Afghan bowlers really struggled to make any kind of breakthrough. Shubman Gill just rewrote the record books, becoming the first Indian Test captain ever to smash a century right there on his home ground in Mullanpur. Leading the side, Gill really stepped up, playing a brilliant, unbeaten knock of 103. It took him just 143 balls, lacing his innings with 11 fours and a big 6. He called correctly at the toss for India, choosing to bat first, and that decision paid off big time, with the pitch clearly a batsman's paradise. But Gill's leadership wasn't just about his bat. He steadied the ship after India lost some early wickets, then really shifted gears, teaming up with Pant for an unbroken partnership. Together, they piled on 121 runs for the fourth wicket, and they're still out there, unbeaten, as stumps were called. Oh, and get this. His century also makes him the very first Indian to score a Test 100 at this particular ground. Alright, so Rahul's century? Man, that was a real mixed bag for the veteran batsman. He finally hit that triple-digit mark, only to get dismissed almost immediately after. He smashed 100 off 165 balls, hitting 11 fours along the way. Still, that knock of his was absolutely crucial for India, really putting them in a dominant spot. After losing an early wicket, Rahul and Gill really steadied the ship, building a crucial partnership for the second wicket. That stand took India from 41 for 1 all the way to 180 for 2, pretty much laying the groundwork for a huge total. Rahul's 100 came at a lovely, steady pace, which really showcased his classic technique and his amazing ability to just occupy the crease. He's actually hit centuries in both innings of a test match before, so this just adds another big one to his already impressive list of test tons. That dismissal was a huge breakthrough for Afghanistan, finally giving them some much-needed hope after what felt like an endless afternoon of them just conceding runs. Rahman, who'd put in a shift of 15 overs for 61 runs and finally got his reward with 1 for 61, really deserved a ton of credit for sticking with it and striking exactly when they needed it most. Rahul's wicket actually kicked off a bit of a mini collapse, with another batsman walking back to the pavilion not long after. But honestly, by that point, the damage was already done. India had already put up a seriously commanding total. That partnership between Gill and Rahul, a huge 139 runs, came off just over 40 overs. It really highlighted how efficient they were at stepping on the gas when it was needed. Afghanistan's bowlers really grinded it out in some tough conditions, but they just couldn't quite find that cutting edge to consistently break through India's top order. Mohammad Salim was probably their standout bowler, ending up with 2 for 67 from 13 overs. He picked up the crucial wickets of Yashasvi Jaiswal and Sai Sudharsan, both caught by Afsar Zazai. So, some nice teamwork in the field there from Afghanistan. But Salim also sprayed 4 wides in his spell, which just shows he wasn't quite on the money with his control all the time. Rahman bowled 15 overs for 61 runs, and he got the big fish, Rahul, finishing with figures of 1 for 61. He really kept plugging away for a long spell, and his persistence paid dividends as he showed he could definitely get the ball to do something off the pitch. Then we had the debutant left-arm spinner, Nanjayalia Karote. He bowled a marathon 20 overs but unfortunately went wicketless shelling out 95 runs. That's a pretty tough introduction to Test cricket for a newcomer. Abdul Malik bowled 6 overs for 37 runs, also without any luck in the wicket column, and he too gave away 4 wides, which just adds to that theme of a bit of a struggle with discipline from the Afghan bowlers. Captain Hashmatullah Shahidi also rolled his arm over for 17 overs, going for 61 runs and 0 wickets. He was clearly trying to lead from the front, but just couldn't conjure up a breakthrough himself. The commentators were saying the bowlers were absolutely toiling in the scorching heat, but they really ran out of gas as the day wore on. They even decided asterisk not to take the second new ball, which was a asterisk pretty interesting tactical call. It either means they were completely gassed or just didn't back themselves to get any reverse swing out of it. So, despite asterisk all that effort, Afghanistan ended up leaking 368 runs for the loss of just 3 wickets. That's the asterisk massive total for India, and it puts Afghanistan under immense pressure going into day 2. If they want any glimmer of hope in this match, they're going to need to asterisk score a mountain of runs in their first innings, and then somehow manage to asterisk bowl India out twice, which, let's be real, is a asterisk seriously tall order against a batting lineup that's looking this fluent. Alright, so this one-off test is actually part of Afghanistan's bigger tour of India in 2026, which features 1 test and 3 ODI matches. And this whole series? It's super important for both teams, really a key prep ahead of the 2027 ICC Men's Cricket World Cup. Now, Afghanistan's been showing some real promise lately in white ball cricket. They've snagged 2 wins in their last 5 T20I matches away from home, which really tells you they're becoming more competitive outside of the longer formats. India, on the other hand, has been on a roll, winning 4 of their last 5 home matches leading up to this ODI series. That's a strong sign they're in top form on their own turf. Alright, so the ODI matches are set to kick off on June 13th in Dharamshala. The first game will be at the Himachal Pradesh Cricket Association Stadium, and that's starting at 1:30 p.m. IST. Then it's off to Lucknow for the second ODI on June 17th, happening at the Bharat Ratna Shri Atal Bihari Vajpayee Khana Cricket Stadium, also at 1:30 p.m. IST. And the final ODI? That's happening in Chennai on June 20th at the M.H. Chidambaram Stadium, keeping that same 1:30 p.m. IST start time. So, all these ODI games are scheduled to start at 1:30 p.m. IST, which, for those keeping track internationally, is 8 a.m. Greenwich Mean Time. Keeps things consistent for both broadcasters and his fans, right? Now, here's a stat. India's got a perfect, flawless record against Afghanistan in ODIs. They've won every single match they've played, which really piles on the pressure for the visitors to finally break their duck. But the test match? That's a whole different ballgame. Afghanistan's historic win over Pakistan earlier in the tournament has really got people hoping they can pull off another big upset. However, after day 1, with India sitting pretty at 368 for 3, and Gill and Pant still out there unbeaten, that task is looking extremely difficult for them. This match, by the way, is only the second test ever between these two nations. India absolutely dominated their first meeting back in 2018, winning by an innings and 262 runs. This time around, they're definitely looking to build on that dominance, but also give some fresh faces, like debutant Manav Sathar, a chance to really shine. Sathar, who's a Rajasthan all-rounder, snagged his first test cap in this game, making his India debut and really playing a part in the team's ongoing transition. Wow, what a day it's been for India with the bat. They truly dominated, smashing 2 centuries and finishing in an absolutely commanding position by stumps. Afghanistan's got a huge mountain to climb, for sure, but if there's one thing we've learned, it's never to count them out. Be sure to join us tomorrow for day 2 of this historic test.